Hello people, hope you're well. Thanks for joining me again today. It's a beautiful sunny day in London. It's slightly warmer as well. It's been cold and wet, so it's great to finally have a break and a nice weather. Now, as the title suggests, this is a different video to the ones you used to be making, and that's because I feel it's time to finally come out and sort of let this secret out, which I've been ashamed of in a way I've been ashamed of for a while. And it is, I basically one day was chilling in my flat, my girlfriend was abroad, just bored as one does. I found myself on an auction site just scrolling through, and then I found this Ford F-150. I thought, oh, this looks good. Like, it looks used, but it looks good, it looks all right. And I thought, you know what, I could potentially put in a cheeky offer and sort of bid for it and see what happens. Then I called the auctioneer, I spoke to him, because on the advert it had said there that the truck had several lights on the dash. So I was like, what's wrong with the lights? What's the issue? And he said, well, it's likely to be a sensor's fault in one of the tires. So I was like, is there any other faults I should be aware of? He said, no, that's pretty much it. He reckons, like, nothing else. I was like, well, okay, thanks for letting me know. I thought about it, and I thought, putting a cheeky offer, I probably won't win it. I put in a cheeky bid, probably won't win it, but let's see what happens. So I did. I bidded for it, and then sort of biting my nails, hoping I don't win it, but also wishing I did. And then guess what? I did win it. I won. And also, when you buy things on auction sites, which I did know, they also have this massive add-on percentages for like the auctioneers and other things. Mine was about 25% or something like that. So I ended up paying, like, you know, a big fee in a way. But the day before I was going to go pick it up, the auctioneer then told me that actually I can't drive it away because I wanted to drive it back home. He said, well, I can't drive it because, you know, they've applied for the V5, which is a registration book in the UK we have, and it hasn't come through yet, so I can't drive it. And I was like, well, I should still be able to drive it. I thought, you know what, fine, forget it. It's our sensor's fault, I don't want to risk it. So I found a mechanic close by, called them up, I checked if they could fix it. They said yes, they could look into it. So I then got the truck, F-150 trailer, from the auctioneer to my mechanic's place, and I was about 10 minutes behind the trailer. And by the time I got there, the guy had basically plugged the vehicle into the computer, diagnosed the fault. He said yes, it is a sensor's fault, told me what it was. It was a quick fix. It can get the part and fix it. And I thought, you know what, what's it doing that? Because it's a car I'm just buying, do a major service, change all the oils and everything, make sure it's sort of ready to go. So he went ahead and he did that. Then the following week, he then calls me and goes, oh, by the way, did you know there was just checking someone wants to park? Nope. He's like, did you know that the steering rack is broken? It's literally it's badly damaged. And I was like, well, I didn't know that. So he said, well, we could look into reconditioning it. He said there's a workshop he knows somewhere in England, and they can take it out, send it to them, and get them to fix it if it's possible. I was like, well, let's try it. So took it out, sent it to those guys. They pulled it apart. They were like, nah, we can't fix it. Like, it's gone beyond repair. Like, forget it. So he then said, well, he'll check on eBay and he'll let me know if he can find any parts. He checked online. He couldn't find any parts in the UK. So he said, look, the best guess is also checked in the US as well. Best thing would be to import one from the US, and that would cost me in excess of $1,000, probably around $1.5 grand to like import it, pay the taxes, and then get it fitted. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay like almost $1.5 grand, given the fault wasn't mentioned in the auction description. So I got in touch with the auctioneer, and I was like, actually, also my mechanic also said that, you know, it was like, oh, by the way, you also need to do some other things to get it through an MOT. And I was like, it's got an MOT already. Like, it's got, you know, it's been put through an MOT, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it. It was like, well, I'm surprised it's passed its MOT at that state. I was like, okay, that's good to know. So anyway, I called the auctioneer. I was like, look, this has happened. You know, I was going to do it myself, but actually it's going to cost me a lot more. And really, I think you should have mentioned that in the ad. It was like, no, you know, the ad, it was like, oh, you didn't check my terms and conditions, because, you know, I was there. It was clearly there that, you know, this is a category 2 car, and, you know, we're covered by our terms and conditions, therefore it's your fault, you bought it. I was like, look, lights, multiple lights illuminating on the dash would never pick up a broken steering rack. That's number one. Number two is that car, I've been assured that that car couldn't have passed an MOT in that state. So look, you either fix or refund my money, or you find a way to fix this. It was like, no, I'm not doing that, We went back and forth, and then he offered to resell it. And I said, look, I don't mind you reselling it, just give me back what I paid for it, and I'll leave you. I don't mind however interest I've lost in the time, just resell it, pay me back what I paid you, and then we'll forget it. So he relisted it, but couldn't give me my asking price. I was not like, well, I'm gonna take you to court because we've tried it. It's like, well, you know, it was like, good luck, take me to court, good luck, you know, forget it. Like, I'm not gonna do anything, I'll see you in court. I was like, I'm actually gonna take you to court. So I did. I submitted the case, and it took a while. Eventually, a couple of weeks ago, we went to court, but that hearing was sort of to assess if it was worth us having a proper hearing on the case. And the judge said, look, there is something to be heard here. So he set a hearing for a future date. But then he also said that, look, both of you look like reasonable guys, so talk to each other and see if you can find a solution. I was like, well, I'm open to finding a solution, right? So like, this is stressful going through a court. So if there's a solution to get it done quicker, I'm all ears. So after the hearing ended, we both then sort of left there, and we went for coffee and we started chatting. It was like, he made me an offer anyway, cut long story short. He made me an offer. I was like, well, this is my scale. Like, that's fine. Go and think about it. Speak to your guys. So he went and he spoke to the vendor who ships the trucks from the US. So between each other, they agreed on a price. It came back to me, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. Like, I'll take it. Just fine. Cut a long story short, he's now paid me the money. We've now settled out of court. So I now have the money in my account now to go away and fix the F-150. So that's why I've sort of been ashamed about it. I was like, this is so embarrassing. But I think in a way, it's worked out really well in that I've gotten money out of it. So that's number one. Number two is, once he made me the offer, I then went back to my mechanic and said, look, mechanic, his name is Paul. I was like, Paul, we've set it out of court. He's giving me some money towards fixing it. Can we start looking into fixing it? He was like, you know what, let's leave it with me. And then I started checking online for other parts, because there are things I need to do to it, and you'll see that when I show it to you later. So sorry about the noise in the background, sort of building stuff over there. So he then, so I then started buying things online for the truck. One of the things I had to buy is tires, because the left tire is basically gone and it's not road legal. And if I'm going to change the left tire, I've got to change the right one as well. Otherwise, it messes with the transmission, having one bigger or one newer than the other. So I had to buy two brand new, in a way, rear tires, and he costed me about £500 for that, for the two brand new tires. And I thought, well, I checked online anyway. I was able to get 4 brand new tires for $750, which is like a huge discount, and I'll talk you through that later. And then other things I need to do, but cut the long story short, I called up my mechanic about 2 weeks ago, and he confirmed that actually they have been able to find a used refurbished steering rack in the UK. So actually, he doesn't need to buy from the US anymore, and they've also had it delivered to them as of 2 days ago. So hopefully today it'll be fitted. So long story short, today is the day I then have to go to my mechanic for 2 things. Number one is to see the truck, but also importantly, it is to give them some things to do or to fit to the F-150. And check this out. So these are the tires I've got. They're Cooper Discovery ST Max, and check, these are 285/75/17. These are very, very rare to find in the UK. There's only one supplier I know of who sells them, so I've had to buy from them. It took a while to come, but they're here now. They're looking great. I mean, these are not mud terrains. They're not all terrains. These are in between mud terrains and all terrains. Naturally, I would have liked to buy BFGs. As you can see, as I have there on my series, I prefer BFGs because I think BFGs are the best. But the 285 7517s do not come in BFGs don't make them. So I've had to go for the next best thing, which I think rightly is the Cooper Discovery tires. So I'm taking these tires over to the mechanic today. I've had to go rent a car purely because if you go back to my series, the accelerator cable is gone. I literally almost had an accident because I was pressing the cable down, the pedal down, and the pedal was coming back up, but the cable was seasoned, so the car kept propelling forwards, and once I was braking, it wouldn't brake. So I had to just get to look at it. So I'm gonna get the new cables fitted, but in the meantime, I've had to rent this car to drive about an hour outside of London to go see the F-150. So that's the tires. And then the rear bumper of the Ford F-150 is also sort of broken. So I bought, again, fortunately for me, I was able to find the parts in the UK from a breakage company. So I was able to get that. And then I was able to get the new steering wrap, whatever it's called, steering wheel cover. And again, once you start owning American cars, then you got to start shipping things from the US, as I said earlier. So I got new wheel hub covers. So I've got all fours because there aren't any on the truck right now, and it just looks terrible. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to put all of these inside, find a way to put them inside here. Hopefully it all fits. Then I'll drive away to go see the Ford F-150, and I'll let you know what happens when I get there. So wish me luck, and speak to you later. I didn't think I would, but I managed to fit everything inside the car, just about. And this pokes out a little bit here, but it's all good. We are set to go. All right, so I made it here. They're actually working on the F-150 right now. This is the old steering rack. It's broken literally in there, and it won't hold any liquid. That's the new one gone in now. And this is it. This is the state it's in. So this bumper will go. It's to replace this because this is just damaged. And yeah. The chassis are right. Right, so these are the new 4 wheels, and I can't put them on the truck right now because they're still working on it. But as I said earlier, they'll go on all 4 wheels, and I think they'll really fill the arches. If you think about this, the wheel arches, I'm not really a fan of them, but we'll see how the truck looks with the bigger wheels on. And this, actually I haven't tested this yet. it works. Oops, I've just broken one. Let's see, just snap that. Putting in the wrong hole. Oh, it does fit. So this would go in here like that. That's the plan. Alright, that's what it should look like. But with the bigger wheels. It's huge. Woo. That is V8. So here we are. Here is the truck. It does have a few rust spots over there. This bit has been pushed in a little. I think it will need a really good wash. I don't think I know. In there too. It's a proper used truck, but it's got a spare. The F-150s have the spare tires in there. This is the interior. It does look massive. It looks big. Look, this. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not like crazily impressed with it, but I think I can get at least what I paid for it when I listed online. Yeah. There you go. This is it, and now I'm gonna start it. And it's massive though, isn't it? I mean, wow, these things are crazy. Gosh, it's big. It's really, really big. That's incredibly big. All right, you've heard the V8 sound. That's it. Callum, gentleman over there, he's been great. So hopefully next week when it goes in for MOT, it passes and then I can start driving it. But when I come back next time, I hope the wheels over there should be on and then the bumper will be replaced. And hopefully it'll be looking nicer than it does right now. And then we'll take it from there. But thanks for watching. Take care.